everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Today's video is about 15 things that I think you can stop doing now that you are 60 years old. Why not? I'm so convinced that if we could just, apply these 15 do not do's into our lives, we would be so much happier and enjoy the freedom and there's just the joy of being in our 60s, making the most of this incredible time in our lives. So here's some ideas for you to consider. Now, first of all, stop doubting yourself and comparing yourself to others. It's so important that you know you're strong. You can do this. You are capable. You are enough, honestly. Stop scattering your energy by saying yes when you really mean to say no. Stop comparing yourself to others and focus on your own journey. You've got enough to do by yourself. You don't need to compare to anyone else anymore. That's something that society told us to do years ago. And, in the workplace, we were always put up against other people in terms of performance and ability. But, you don't need to do that anymore. You don't need to compare yourself to any other soul on this planet. You are unique on your own journey. Stop putting yourself last. We have such a tendency as we get older, and well, maybe we've done it all our lives, to help people and to be giving and kind and generous. But that's okay. You can do that. But stop putting yourself last. Put yourself at the front of that list in terms of being kind and generous and positive. Give yourself some self-care and some help. Next thing is to stop negative thoughts. Stop spinning in the past. Stop looking back. Stop thinking that you wish you could have done something differently or made a different decision or moved in a different direction. You did the best you could. And that's not said lightly, because the best we could was often very, very difficult and challenging and hard. And sometimes we minimize that and we say that, but still in our hearts think we could have done better. But stop the negative thoughts. They're not going to take you anywhere except into a deep rabbit hole of depression and sadness. Just look forward, look to the future. Another thing is stop being afraid to try new things. I talk to so many women in our community who would really want to do something different. Like they want to try something they've always had a passion for, but they're just not sure they can do it, or they're afraid that they won't be able to learn or remember or whatever. Just do it. Try new things. What happens if you don't succeed? Well, then you don't succeed. You don't, achieve your goal, but you try, and just try new things, try new clothes, try new makeup, try new adventures, new places, new people. Just try new things. That's the thing. Stop being afraid to do that. Stop being afraid of failure and see every single thing that you don't do so well at, or that everything that you turn away from at the end after trying is as not a failure, but it's a lesson to learn. And I've actually found if I do this, even with small things, where something I look for something, can't find it, or there's something that in like a detail in my life that's not completed or not achieved. I think the lesson there was that. And then you can actually say it out loud to yourself. There's always a lesson behind every single failure, in quotes, that you experience. Stop clinging to outdated beliefs. Now, this is, of course, a personal one, because some people in their 60s are very much grounded in their belief systems, in their value systems, and they may be exactly where you want to be and happy with where you are. But there are some situations, I think, where things have changed. I think with technology, with relationships, with people, with the way that we do, with the way that we work, and we may have a kind of closed mind about those beliefs. So stop clinging to them, those outdated beliefs. I'm not saying we shouldn't have beliefs that we're grounded in, but stop clinging to them and maybe open your mind and your heart to a bigger world. People are different now. Technology is different now. We've got to accept some changes rolling our way, and we're going to have to absorb it or suffer from that, I think. Or maybe not even suffer, but just not get the benefits of it. Another thing is stop isolating yourself. Okay? Come out into the world. I know it's easy once you're a little older and maybe you're not feeling so active, or you don't feel like you want to bounce around too much. Go for a walk. Just stop, isolating yourself from the world. Go to a movie, go to a theater production, go to a church, go to your community center, go to the library. Stop, staying home and build and instead of building, your own little mini virtual network, go out and make a network of new friends and new people. They don't have to be super best friends. Acquaintances are fine, and go out and build a network of people that you like and that like you. Another 10 thing is stop setting unrealistic goals for yourself. This is really easy to deal with when you're younger, but when you're older, you put a lot of weight, I think, onto goals. You want to, you've got a limited amount of time left, and you're really trying to achieve those goals. But try doing it in a different way than perhaps you did in the past. Like, for example, don't say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 3 months. No, you're not. And, so don't set that unrealistic goal. Even if you tried, like if you ate dust for the rest of your life, you're not going to lose that much weight. So, set like, I'm going to lose 5 pounds in the next 3 months. And if you lose 10, that's great. But set a realistic goal. Stop setting unrealistic goals. Stop wasting money. Stop wasting money. Oh my goodness. I mean, well, look, I don't spend that much money, but I do have a few things that I waste it on, like makeup and skincare. And okay, that's my thing. I mean, I really do enjoy that, but it's not really a good thing to be spending money on. I think that is wasting it. If you've got 5 foundations already, you probably don't need a 6th one, but it's just that desire for things. But stop if you can. Stop spending money, wasting money, and think like a millionaire. I mean, think like you've got the abundance of life around you for free. And that's, you don't have to have a lot of money in the bank. You can just have a lot of money in your heart and see things from that lens of positivity, rather than, wasting money on things that you think are going to fill a gap, but really aren't. They're not going to fill a gap at all. They're just creating a bigger hole for you to dive into and feel sad that you can have things, but don't waste your money. If you can save, perfect. If you can invest, even in your 60s, it's a good idea. You're going to be around for a little longer than you thought, and you might need some money. But if you can invest or save, that's a good idea. Take that wasting money habit and stop it. Stop it right now. Next point. Okay, stop playing the victim. Oh, this is a hard one, because I think as we get older, we do feel sometimes that we've been mistreated, or that we have been ignored, or we've been, taken for granted, maybe even abused, and not maybe even physically. I'm not even saying that's not the case, but something like in a way that we've taken, just someone's done something to us that was hurtful, and we just feel like, woe is me, and that's okay. It's okay to recognize what's happened to you and to reject it, and to say that that's not a good thing. That should not have happened. I should not have allowed that to happen, because every decision that you make leads you to an outcome, doesn't it? But try to stop at the end of it all thinking that you're a victim to the society, to the world. Stand up. Speak your truth. I mean, if you've got something that happened to you that you want to change, that you feel you have a voice to change, then say it. But stop being the victim, the kind of weak and ineffective victim, and do something about it. Get out there and speak your mind. You have a voice, you have a point of view, then share it, okay? Stop saying yes when you mean no. I think I mentioned that earlier, but it's all about, saying yes to the things that you want to do, and no to the ones that you don't. And so stop saying yes to things that you mean no. And I say it again, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain why. Don't tell people, I don't want to do that because. You just say, no, thank you, I don't really want to do that. It's okay, you're done. It's a complete sentence. But it's hard. It's really hard. I know this because you want to say yes to everybody. You want to be liked. You want to be, considered a nice person, a helpful person, a kind person. And you are, but you don't have to say yes to things that you don't want to do. That's super important. This is a big one. Stop worrying about things that are probably not going to happen. We are victims in a way of media. The media likes to print articles, likes to tell stories, to sell papers, not papers anymore, but to sell online ads, to be able to convince us to do something that they want us to do, to bring us to their channel. And it is mostly advertising that they are promoting. I mean, and it's kind of a funny thing. I always have mixed emotions about this, because businesses need to make money. I mean, 60andMe has advertising on our website because we don't charge a membership fee. We don't do any other way to make money for the business. So I know a lot of media companies do the same, but they are there to tell you the big stories that will catch your attention and will pull you into their into their magazine or to their online news channel. So stop, and you're going to make you worry about everything, because everything is headlines that make you go, oh my gosh. So stop worrying, because things are probably not going to happen. I mean, there may be some things that happen and they're going to be horrible and we're going to have to deal with them. But stop worrying about it all the time. Be a bit of a warrior. And I know that warriors still have to worry. occasionally. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the strength to be a warrior. You can't turn your head away from things that are hurting you or affecting you, but you can be less worried about stuff, and probably most of it isn't going to happen. Another thing is stop looking back. Just stop looking back. I think that one of the things we do throughout our whole life is look back at things that we did, decisions that we made, relationships that ended, jobs that finished or that left us in a difficult situation, losing money, losing houses. I mean, all the things that happen in our lives. People that have loved us and we've lost, people that we've lost, people that have died, children that we've lost, relatives. You can go on and on looking back into your past and think of all the sad things that have happened, and it is, it's part of life's journey, I think, to absorb it all, learn from it, as we talked about earlier, and moving forward. But if you can try to stop looking back, that's not where you're going. You're going forward. And make the most of the rest of your life. Yes, you can look back occasionally, have a cry, maybe more than occasionally, but you've got to pick yourself up and move forward, and you've got to move forward, not looking back. There's nothing going to help you back there, except a memory that might take you somewhere you don't want to go. So go forward and look forward to things. Look forward to great memories that you're creating right now. Create new memories as you go. So hopefully that's been helpful. 15 more things that you can consider stopping. Save your energy. Just stop doing them today. And move into the opposite of them all, the things you can start doing. And the things you can start doing, of course, the opposites of all these things that I've talked about. But I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video. Tell us your own story below in the comment section. I would love to hear about it. And also, if you've got any desire to watch our videos regularly, I do 4 every week, please subscribe to this channel. And if you also don't have any way of meeting some new friends in your 60s and you want to join our supporters group, it's a great place. These women now are meeting each other in person, in real life, and we're going to cruise together, and it's all just a great platform. It's our Patreon supporters group. And you can go to patreon.com/60andme and join our community of supporters. I love having you. We share all kinds of like exclusive videos and private chats, and it's a smaller group that we can just have a relationship with each other. So it's a nice way to meet other women. Anyway, I do hope that you're doing well. Stay safe and strong. And thank you so much for being here. Sending you lots of love.